Nikki here with you. I hope you're doing well. So today we're doing some Christmas cards. I thought that'd be fun, especially since I found, well, first of all, we're going to start off with a mini haul. I went to the dollar store because I wanted some more flowers that I could use for fall cards and to make fall clusters, because I want to make the my Patreon's November freebie sheets about Thanksgiving. So I want to do different thank you expressions and stuff like that. And if you have some ideas for those, you can leave them down the description. I would love to have sayings and stuff that I could put on those sheets. So yeah, I'm gonna be using some flowers, and I have some, but I didn't have a lot, and I wanted some small ones. I have bigger flowers. Do I have some here? Yeah, I have flowers like these, but they're a little bit bigger, and there's not a lot of orange. I have these in white, pink, and two types of yellows, but they're, you know, like, I get fed up, and I have a ton of these, because at the time I thought it was a great idea to purchase a few of these bundles at the dollar store, and it was, but I'm a bit tired of them. So I found these here. This one is the bunch that was the most expensive. It was $3 for these flowers, but I think there's a lot of them, and I like the fact that there's 3 layers to them, which is going to be fun to use. And then I found these here. These were all $1.75, so kind of fun for that price. So not too expensive. And then so I'm going to be using these, and on my Patreon I have thinking of you cards this month, recycled Christmas cards that I'm going to do. So those 2 videos are going to be for the peeps tier. And then I also have making using altered cards for making toppers. So I'm thinking of using the small flowers. Plus I'll be doing for YouTube some more of the clusters, because I really have fun making these. But I also found these 2 paper packs, and these are $1.75 Canadian for 24 papers, 6x6, which I think is a really good price for a pack of paper of 24 sheets like this. And they're quite pretty, and I figured it'd be fun to use some of those, because I wanted to see, those were the 2 designs that I saw. I'm not sure if they're gonna have more. They're just starting to pull out some of the Christmas stuff, but I wanted to share it with you guys, because some of this stuff sometimes goes really fast. Look how cute that is. Sometimes it goes really fast, and it's I haven't seen paper that were this cute in a long time. They also had the 12x12, but the design was the bigger, like, instead of being small, it was bigger, which is not, you know, like, this is big enough. I don't want to be anything bigger than that. And it has, some of the pages have foil on them. So you have a set, I believe there's a set with foil and a set without. Or is it all? No. So some sheets have foil and some don't, but it's really pretty. And for that price, I think it's a really good deal. So I wanted to share with you guys, and it inspires me to do some Christmas cards. So that's what we're doing. Sorry. I really hope this year that I can mail some out. Right now, Canada Post is doing a strike again. I don't know when it's gonna stop, which is really annoying. I also saw at the dollar store they had 1 pack of this, but I still had some, and I'm really not that much of a fan of the 6x4 type of, well, it's 6.5 by 4.5. I don't like it as much. I mean, it can be useful, but most of the time it means that the design is going to be landscape, and I find that I don't use it as much. So, and I still have some, therefore I didn't buy that. But I figured these papers could be really fun, maybe with some of these little they're the gift tag type of stuff. And you can get these fairly cheap at the dollar store, and I'm hoping that this year they're gonna have some more of the nice ones. I believe last year I didn't find so many good ones. Sometimes they're good, sometimes not so good, so it depends. So I don't know what I want to do, but I know that I want to use these. So, and I'm not sure what's the best use for them. Maybe something more like this with these, because the background is kind of solid color. I think that might be a better use. Okay, I need to blow my nose. And of course I have no Kleenex, so I'm gonna have to stop the video and come back. Okay, so I'm back. Hopefully those will be the last of my sniffles. So I'm thinking maybe these would be pretty. So let's start off using these. So these are fairly inexpensive card toppers if you want. I mean, it's $1. It was $1.50, and you had 18 pieces. So it makes for very fast little toppers, and it's just a fun little easy peasy type of situation for card making. And I'm wondering if I use I've got my sentiments next to me as well. So wondering if I want to the white, or if I want to add a little bit of red. Maybe I could add the red and the white, because there is a lot of white in the background, and I can put something to the effect of staying warm or something. And I could even use this to put the sentiment on. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. These are the sheets that I want to see if I can actually use, because these here are fine, but it's the big designs like that that I'm not so sure about. And there's a lot more of the big designs than there are of the plain ones. I think maybe this one has more of the plain ones. because see, this one is easier to use. Doesn't have a lot of the really big. Yeah, so this one is probably a better bet, except, you know, like it has this sheet, but most of the other ones are more plain, whereas this one has a lot of those big type of sheets. So if I purchase another paper pack, it'll probably be one more of this one. And do I really need to purchase another one? Probably not. Will I do so? Maybe. I'm hoping what I would really love is for them to have some of the snowflakes, some nice snowflakes. Those I use all the time, and I would like to have different designs for snowflakes, but shall see if they provide that. And last year I didn't really go to the dollar store much, so I missed out, I think, on a lot of the, like, by the time I went there was hardly anything. So this year I'm gonna check it out more often, I think. Went into the bin. And not all of the dollar stores have the same items either, so it's a good thing when you can find what you want. Plus they have awesome boxes so when they're unpacking stuff, their boxes are really thick and they're perfect for my business. So I try to grab a few when I can. Most of the time they have like, they don't mind giving out the box. And which is cool, because packaging supplies for Etsy, like, it gets expensive if I'm purchasing boxes. If I was to purchase the box, I purchased the brown paper, and already that's a lot. So if I can actually not have to purchase boxes, then that's perfect. But I need different sizes, so I try to go at the grocery store when they're unpacking boxes, and same with the dollar store. It's a lot easier when you can do so, like, during the week time, because there's during the day, because that's when they're doing it, since not so much on the weekends and stuff. So that's a good thing for me now, that I can go during the day. I don't know what happened. I think it feels like I breathed in something that had dust or something, and now I'm a sniffling mess. Really annoying. Okay, so I've got that. I'm thinking that it'd be pretty to put this here. I have some snowflakes here. Talking of snowflakes, I have a few snowflakes that I could possibly use. These were sent out to me, and they were saying, I love when you write notes of how to use them, but we can color them with Sharpies and stuff, but I do like them in white. I do have some like that, and I have some wooden ones that are right over here. But I'm starting to run lower on the wooden ones. I think that could be a pretty accent. So let's see what sentiment I have that I could use. I would like something to do with staying warm. And these are sentiments that I've printed. They're in my Patreon store, and you can purchase them and you can reprint them as much as you want, which is really cool. And I've got quite a lot of different ones. Oh, cold hands, warm heart. That would be good. And I've got warm and cozy, and I've got warm winter wishes. Also have baby, it's cold outside. Have it in darker. So the set comes in dark blue and the lighter blue, as well as the black and the black color. And I'm not sure which other colors for that one, that set, but anyway, it's all in my Patreon store if you're interested. I'm thinking maybe these would be better. And definitely cold hands and warm hearts, since I've got mittens. I think that would be awesome. So we're gonna cut. If I wanted to cut down a full thing, I would have to use my big guillotine, and I don't want to pull it out. So I'm gonna just cut the page into 2 pieces. And then I think I want this one. That one or this one. I don't know. There's different fonts, so depending on what you want. Maybe this one. So I'm gonna cut this one out. Oops. And I'll put it back into my bin so that I can use it at another time. And I'm going to use this one. And then I can glue this on top of that and use the back of the gift tag to line this up so that it looks more professional. And it's a great way of using that cardboard. So I think I want this smaller, even though it means that this is going to lift up a bit. I still think it's going to look better that way. Yep. Oops. And then for this, I could add a little bling. that's just on the wrong piece of paper, so it works out good. I wish I could find these blings here. The only place I had found them was at the Dollar Tree, and we don't have a Dollar Tree in Quebec. And the and I haven't been to Ottawa to visit my friend Annie in a long time, and I haven't been to Cornwall either. That's the only two places that close to me that have the Dollar Tree. When I used to go to the States, I would see it, but I'm not going anywhere close to the States at the present time. I think this would be very pretty if maybe is that the right one, or would it be better if it was a different one? I was thinking more like along the colors of the trees and stuff, but it's not working out for me. Sometimes finding the right color is tricky. Not quite right. I have all sorts of paper, but it's sometimes finding, like I said, the right shade finish off a card can be the tricky part. I feel like this is pretty close to the color of the house, which could work out for what I want. Because I don't want to waste that big piece. So I'm thinking if I do this, then I won't waste such a big piece of cardstock. And now I'm wondering if I use an image on top, or if I just use this as being the image and just put a sentiment on it. Or do I use like I was thinking home for the holidays. And I kind of like having the house still show. Like I have let's see. I'll make this work. Something like that, you know? Does it look strange? I think what looks strange is the fact that there's such a big gap. That's bothering me. I do this so that it's the full thing here. Or is it better if it just is like that? I think I actually prefer if it's not the full length. And if there's a little bit of a gap, which is going to be tricky because there's not that much space. Okay, so let's commit to this and start gluing. Trying to find a way to use this piece of paper and make it look good. And also using some of the little gift tags that are not, that I don't use as much, you know, like there's some that I use all the time and some that I don't use much. So finding a way to use these is really cool. And thinking it fits with the little car coming home for the holidays. And I'm going to use a strip of this down, try to kind of center it. I would have liked to have some in red, but I don't have any, so, and I think I prefer silver to gold for this card. So that's my second card. I think we're gonna make one more and then we'll call this session done because it's already 26 minutes. A little bit more than that. But of course I did spend some time doing the little haul, so it's not the right blue. This is the one that we just used, so I don't want to use that one again. I wonder for something like this if I just use like a Merry Christmas. So for sure I'm not going to buy that set of paper again because I'm finding it very difficult to use. So it's a good thing. I mean, it's not an expensive paper, but still too expensive if you're not going to use it. So the other one I think will have better use. So and even cutting it is going to be difficult because where do I cut it? I'm thinking I prefer the red to the blue, so I'm gonna go with the red and the bright red. And I'm gonna keep just a tad bit of white. Okay, and then I think this would work out. Because I wanted to keep the owl and the snowman. And yeah, I want to use up my stash for sure, and that's what I'm doing. But it's fun sometimes to have some new things to play with. And if you can find them, like I did for these packs of paper for very cheap, then that's really awesome. Okay, so I'm thinking of splitting it into two. So I'm going to do this and this. So I'm going to cut this like that. And I'm going to do that. And I think I might finish it off with a big snowflake on this side to do kind of a triangle. These are ornaments, but they work really good for this. So put it on here, and a red bling to the middle. It's not going to want to stick. There's too much sparkle on here. Let's hope this sticks. And voila, we've got the last card. So that was fun. I hope that you had fun. I know that a lot of you guys are starting to do your Christmas cards if you haven't all made them already. I know Frances is way out of the gate with the Christmas cards. She's much further along, I think, than a lot of us are. But, you know, this year I still have a lot of the cards from last year because didn't mail out any. Therefore, I'm not in urgent need to make a lot of them. But yeah, so those are my cards. I hope you've had fun. Go check out your dollar stores for papers and possible gift cards that you can use to make and little embellishments, because when they come out, those are the times to get the good ones and not wait until the last minute like I did last year. So that's it, guys. Love you so much. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye.